Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I hope you've had an amazing week, and I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. It may be more the same for you, but that's okay, man. Your perspective's everything. I want to start with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is by John Bobak, and it says, "All progress takes place outside your comfort zone." All progress takes place outside your comfort zone, and we definitely know this to be the case, right? So this week we've been talking about how you're spending your time during this pandemic and COVID-19 and the slowdown in your life, and we discussed 5 ways to unleash your potential. You know, in your personal life, your business life, 5 ways in your motivation levels, and your finances. And today I want to go through 5 ideas I brainstormed for you to unleash your potential in your lifestyle. Now, obviously, I'd love for you to come up with some of your own ideas, but here's just, some ideas to help you jumpstart your thought process and possibly inspire some ideas of your own. So let's talk about what I mean by lifestyle first, okay? The truth is, I have always pursued and loved the idea of creating lifestyle while you're traveling on this journey to success in your life. And I used to think that lifestyle was a destination at the end of a long road of, hustling and grinding and working. And, I worked and worked to create a life that I thought I wanted. But, maybe you've heard this phrase, live today like others won't so you can live tomorrow like others can't. And I'm here to tell you, if it's one lesson I've learned, it's that is a horrible, horrible idea. Why would you want to grind, hustle, set aside life right now so that someday maybe you might be able to live your dream life? I've definitely learned over time that truly successful people don't think in the future, they think both, right? So you need to hustle, you need to grind, you absolutely have to outwork your competition, but you can find ways to create lifestyle, happiness, fulfillment, and joy along the road to success right now. The key is to make the decision to create a lifestyle now, each and every day. And you need to have, you got to have a strong vision for your future, and you got to work like crazy to achieve it, but you've got to be grateful and enjoy the present. And I've said it over and over and over. Don't let your vision of the future rob you of the joy of the present. If you are, then you're putting off happiness till tomorrow when you could be enjoying it today. So here's just a few ways that I think you can create some lifestyle or a better life and do this while you're on your journey of success in your personal and business life. And remember this key. Life is a journey. The key is to enjoy the ride, create great memories, and accomplish, obviously, big things along the way. Is this easy? No, but that's why you're listening to this podcast, and that's why we're talking about it. You've got to start creating lifestyle now. And, those of you that know me probably think, I'm going to give you a bunch of really cool ideas on travel, luxury cars, watches, custom suits, and techie type things, because you know that that's the kind of stuff I like. But it might surprise you to know that I think, and I actually know, that the best lifestyle is the one that creates peace of mind, amazing memories, and once in a lifetime, opportunities to grow and challenge yourself. And some perks along the way, some travel and some custom suits and nice cars and things. But here we go. The first suggestion I have for you to create lifestyle is a daily gratitude ritual. Yes, the number one way to create lifestyle and to create a life that you love is to love your life. That's right, love your life, and that takes a daily focus on gratitude. Try to make it a ritual. Make it a daily practice, and guess what? This is also the quickest way to eliminate fear, depression, and anxiety. When you create a lifestyle of gratitude, it's really hard to be listing out things you're grateful for and stay depressed or stay anxious or stay fearful. So when you get in those types of states, the best thing you can do is start making a list of things you're grateful for. So gratitude ritual is one of the first ways I would recommend to create a lifestyle. The second way, simplify your life. Now, there's a couple ways that I feel that you can, enjoy amazing life. Keeping up with the Joneses, that's going to constantly keep you wanting and needing more, whereas recognizing what you currently have will help you to create an appreciation for what you've already accomplished. Let me explain to you what I mean. So there's a couple scenarios. Entrepreneur A moves into an amazing neighborhood. And I've done this before. I've moved into this neighborhood with 10, 12,000 square foot houses. And, maybe you can barely afford the house that you have and it's at the lower end of the neighborhood because you just wanted to get into that neighborhood and live that life and get that life. But because everyone around you has huge lifestyle, you're constantly feeling like you've got to keep up, and it's not good enough what you have. That's why people like Gary Vaynerchuk always says, stop buying dumb stuff. Don't buy dumb stuff just to fit in or just to try to buy that lifestyle you want. Entrepreneur B, the second example, maybe you buy a really nice house that you can afford in a neighborhood where it's sort of at the top end of the spectrum. Well, there you're going to feel like you're achieving and creating an amazing life because people around you are maybe aspiring to be where you're at. And it might be the same priced house in a different neighborhood. Does that make sense? It's all perspective and how you set yourself up and what you surround yourself with. Now, before I start getting blasted by people, with this point, let me just clarify. I'm not saying downgrade, and I'm not saying surround yourself with people with less so that you feel better. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm simply saying is that your perspective determines your lifestyle. And I know people with very little toys, very few nice fancy cars and huge houses. And I've been in those types of situations where I have not had much. And some of these people are living a much more amazing, happy, flexible, free lifestyle. It doesn't take things, right? Trying to impress other people and push yourself into a scenario of living a certain type of lifestyle you can't afford is not going to create the lifestyle that you truly want. Being smart and following through on your own game plan, not others, your own path, is the way to create a great life. So what I'm saying is simplify your life. The things that you have, the pressures you put on yourself, the types of things you feel like you need to create a life, and you'll reap the lifestyle benefits. You're going to have a better lifestyle because of this. The third suggestion I have is also one you may have heard before but might surprise you, and that's meditation, guided meditation. I really believe that if your mind creates your life and it determines your filter on life, then the number one way you can create an amazing lifestyle is to control that movie that you're playing in your head. It's important, and it's impossible to do this when you're trying to cut through the chatter of the people around you, the environment, the social media, the pressures, all those types of things. The only way you can do this is to learn to slow down your thoughts, these 60 to 100,000 thoughts a day you have, and focus your thoughts on your vision and your gratitude and what you're thankful for. Because I think my partner Robert Stuberg said it best. I think what we're really trying to do is create emotions. It's not a car, a house, a trip, a lifestyle. It's the emotion we get from that. And to be quite frank, you can close your eyes right now and imagine a time when you were the happiest or you're the freest or you had the most fun, and imagine that, and you'll get a taste of that emotion. It doesn't take a thing to create that emotion once you've created it. So stop letting your mind lead you around and push you around. Take the ball, take control, and learn to let the expectations and things go. Just let go. Now, I've been able to do this really only through mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness for me is the idea of just slowing down, focusing on the presence, clearing your mind. Meditation is a whole different level, and that's something we don't have a lot of time to get into. But what I'm saying is if you can get into this idea that your lifestyle can get increased through mindfulness and meditation, and I'm not an expert on meditation, and I certainly struggle myself to slow my mind down. It's tough sometimes. But if you look at this is going to be a way that you're going to be able to create a lifetime of lifestyle. And I'm going to get some amazing people to come and give you some more techniques and ideas and strategies on that. But for now, go to the Daily Mastermind mobile app. We have an individual named Julie Dittmar, which is one of the foremost, best sources I've had for meditation. We've got free meditations, guided, unguided, sounds of nature, whatever it is you want. It's free. It's in the Daily Mastermind mobile app on iTunes and Android Marketplace. They're just free. So I really think that meditation, in addition to that, simplifying your life and daily rituals, those are three ways that you can really create a lifestyle. Another one is to get rid of the clutter. Now, what I mean by that is get rid of stuff you don't need, value, or use, because you'd be surprised how much more free you feel. And the bonus is you probably could use that stuff to pay for other things that you do value. Let me give you an example of that. I can't tell you, well, I'll give you a great example. I've owned a ton of different cars and motorcycles and things in my life, and I look back at every time I've purchased a Harley Davidson, which I do love to ride. so that I could ride it with buddies or whatnot. It ends up sitting in the garage, and I don't end up valuing how much I like that enough to actually use it. So I later end up selling it, and I use that money to like pay for a couple trips to Hawaii or something like that. But a lot of us have stuff that we've acquired or that we have that are they're just taking up space. And I'm saying get rid of the clutter. Obviously, referring back to our earlier podcast, that wasn't a good investment. It was more of an expense anyway. So I no longer do those kind of dumb things. But, the difference is maybe you do love to drive a Harley. Maybe you would create amazing experiences driving up the canyon. Do you? You do you. But get rid of it, because I promise you that everyone has dumb stuff in their life that creates clutter, that creates expectations and pressure and payments or whatever it is you have. Simplify your life. Reduce the clutter, the anxiety, the stress, the debt, whatever it is. You don't have to, convince yourself you need things to be happy. Just think about it. That's all I'm saying is try to find ways to simplify and cut back your life so that you can then enjoy life more. Okay? And then the last suggestion I have for you is create memories. Create memories. Back to this getting emotions in your life. This kind of brings me to the idea. And so let's have a little fun with this. Now, I believe the best lifestyle is one that creates memories that you'll have for the rest of your life. And it doesn't require money to create a memory. Although money does make it nice. I do love memories with money. Money's been able to help me plan trips all over the world. I've been able to travel to Australia, New Zealand, Europe, Asia, North America, South America, the Caribbean. Money's allowed me to, own all kinds of different cars and toys. It's even, allowed me to enjoy those, custom suits and watches and things. And if you know me well enough, you know that I love those things, but I'm not going to do them at the expense of my life or my lifestyle anymore in my life. I really I'm not going to lie to you, I like those kind of things. But here's the important piece. I don't necessarily remember most of the trips that I took, right? I do remember, however, a trip to Orlando Universal Studios with my 8 kids. I remember cramming in a van and going out to eat, and I remember doing, the running around the park and things like that. I do remember staying at home and having a Marvel, movie marathon at home, or doing barbecue in the backyard, or going to Jaron's baseball games. Some of the best memories and lifestyle that you will create do not require a single dollar to spend. And if you've convinced yourself that it does, then you've forgotten the fact that lifestyle comes from emotions. And so you need to make the decision as to what's important to you and start creating those experiences. Make it a goal. I have a goal right now to create a new memory, a new experience every single week, and that drives me down this road of lifestyle. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You're thinking, George, I can't even go out of the house right now with this coronavirus. Or you might be thinking that this is going to be the most boring summer on the planet if I can't go to the movie theater or go outside. But I'm telling you right now, that's your perspective, and that's a decision that you're making. There are a ton of things you can do right now inside your house or just in a controlled environment that will create amazing memories. For those of you that are struggling, just do a Google search. In fact, I did a Google search, and I pulled up, and the very first thing that came up was 250. Let's see, it said 250 creative ways to keep your family sane during the coronavirus crisis. They have ideas like everything from play, jump the river, make a timeline, read a good book, join Audible, have an indoor camp out, have a scavenger hunt, build a fort, do Mad Libs, go on a bear hunt in the house, right? Learn yoga, learn to work out, play charades, learn magic tricks, have a staring contest, make yo-yos. 250 ideas. Make a dollhouse out of shoeboxes, play alligator, do it yourself, manis and petties. Look, the bottom line is make the decision that you're going to create a lifestyle, and you'll create it. I know that if you recognize and appreciate the little things in life, you're going to be a happier, more fulfilled, and more productive person. And a happy life is a successful life. And that's the lifestyle you should be looking for. So what I'd encourage you to do over this weekend is create some memories, create some things that'll take you to the next level. And this kind of concludes my thought for today, and it concludes our week, right? These 25 different ideas that you can increase or unleash your potential in personal and business and finance and lifestyle and motivation. But what I really want you to take away out of this is that what you do over the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it is that we have this sequestering and this limited availability in our environment, what you do is going to determine your next year. It's going to determine whether you have a 2020 vision or whether you're just playing catch up. So don't cut back. Don't hold back. There's no reason to hold back your lifestyle. There's no reason to hold back your personal development, your business. I mean, I'm busier right now with my business than I've ever been. And it's no reason to not get on your finances, no matter how much you may be struggling or not struggling. So that's my recommendation for today. I know we went a little long, but I want to kind of give you these thoughts to lead you into the weekend. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I look forward to talking with you next week. We got some really good interviews and things we're going to be doing. So next week we've got some really good stuff. Anyway, for those of you first time joining us, go back and listen to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. And I look forward to spending some time with you next week. My name is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have an amazing weekend.